This little island is undergoing a massive change.
What's happening in Saadiyat Cultural District, I doubt will ever happen anywhere or any other place in the world again.
Following the success of the Louvre Abu Dhabi, Saadiyat Island is expanding its cultural scene. A community is being built here among all sorts of new attractions. From culinary schools to mosques to museums, Saadiyat Island will have one of the highest concentrations of cultural institutions in the world.
You'll have a collection of museums that tell a story that are all intertwined with each other.
3 brand new museums are planning to open this year.
I like to think of it as a constellation of stars. Each museum is a star in itself.
One of those new museums has already opened its doors. It's opening night at Team Lab Phenomena. Created by a group of Japanese artists, it's an interactive, multisensory experience. After opening several museums in Asia over the past decade, this is the art collective's latest and biggest project yet.
Since founding it in 2001, Team Lab has been driven by a desire to create a physical and spatial art that relates to people, to various things, to the self and to the body. From the beginning, we wanted to create spatial artworks that people could physically enter.
Spanning 17,000 square meters, the exhibition redefines how people engage with art, encouraging interaction through digital displays.
Team Lab Phenomena is a place that basically emphasizes all your senses. It's a place where it's almost a center of contemplation.
The concept of environmental phenomena is at the core of the new exhibition at Team Lab. Inoko says he was inspired by the swirling vortex of a whirlpool near the coastal Japanese town where he grew up.
I set out to create works where the presence of people creates change and where people can become part of the work itself, as if the world of the artwork and your own body are continuous. When creating large-scale work, of course, there is a collaboration between a wide range of specialists, software engineers, hardware engineers, architects who design the space, and so on. We always work together as a team with different specialists to create something.
500 projectors, over 1 billion pixels, all creating a living canvas that responds to your every step. This installation, called Windform, shows how people transform the artworks when they enter them. The light, representing wind, splits and draws different trajectories, showing how people can shape the art in real time. The interior architecture is all about reinforcing the idea that boundaries between the human and digital world can be removed.
Well, the biggest challenge of Team Lab Phenomena is that all the spaces are made organically. The reason why we made it organic is that humans, like the soles of our feet, are very soft, and we have been thinking that it is physically more suitable to walk on organic shapes than flat surfaces.
For Kawata, it's all about how visitors remember the space.
When it comes to what we think about architecture, we care about the memories of architecture. When one visits the place, what kind of memories would one take back? In my opinion, that memory should come from the experience. When we walk in an organic shaped space, that experience is enhanced further.
Every structure on the enclave of Saadiyat Island tells its own story. For Team Lab Phenomena, it's an architectural puzzle, each panel unique, every angle deliberate, a challenging feat. Tony Abi Gabriel of local firm MZ Architects created the structure to complement the artworks within.
I think it's one of a kind. It's chaotic, but at the same time it's simple. What we have done, we looked at their art and we found out that all inspired from nature, and it's digital, it's moving, it's alive. We looked at the wind, the water, the waves of the ocean, the clouds, even the shape of the dunes. So we took all those elements and we mixed them together and we made it a still image to be eternal.
Gabriel says that architects dream of having a building that people talk about.
People sometimes they say it's a cloud. People they look at it, it's a wave. So when you walk next to it and you see the building coming above you, you feel like you're surfing. And people from top, you look at it and you see that it is like a dune, especially during the sunrise and the sunset. The shadow and light on the facade makes it really interesting. It had achieved the goal, which being iconic.
Gabriel believes his design signals to people that the district is a true destination for culture.
Timla Phenomena is a building that sits perfectly among the other iconic buildings in Saadiyat Cultural District. That makes it really an interesting project and a signature and a signal for evolution.
Together, these institutes embody the district's boldest idea: to combine culture, art, technology and architecture, and ultimately inspire the next generation.
The real value here is the worth of these institutions for our people and for our youth. So the investment in culture is investing in new talent, it's investing in the creative mind, and it's investing in imagination.
And that investment is really tangible here, at the heart of the district, the Zayed National Museum.
It is the centerpiece of the Saadiyat Cultural District, but of course we work alongside the other museums. I like to think of it as a constellation of stars. Each museum is a star in itself, and together it illuminates the history, the culture, and the art of the United Arab Emirates and the region.
While the other museums showcase art from around the world, the Zayed National Museum explores the country itself.
I think it's very important for people to know where they come from, to know their past, and to keep that generational passing of knowledge and legacy.
We are generating new knowledge all the time, which permeates our narrative within the museum and which then is brought into the public realm through our exhibitions.
Alongside one temporary exhibition space, there will be 6 permanent galleries in the museum, exploring different aspects of life in the country, from the sea to the desert.
The history of this land is quite old and quite vast. It's not just the history of a country, it's the history of a land, of a ground that we're walking on, and the history of its people that dates back over 300,000 years.
The exhibits will contain immersive displays of historical multimedia and rare artifacts that showcase Emirati culture.
We take people's memories and stories and we bring them to life, and we create a very unique visitor journey for people to experience the galleries in the museum.
Even the architecture of the 73,000 square metre building reflects the DNA of the nation.
The 5 wings represent a falcon in flight, specifically the feathers of the falcon. Falcons are an important part of UAE culture, and today they are still an important part of how people relate to the environment.
The wings are more than just symbolic. They help with the sustainability of the building.
The towers themselves, they have these openings where the heat will leave the museum and it will allow the cooler air to come through the vents that we have built in the floor.
There will be an adjoining garden that spans 40,000 square metres with 700 native tree species.
It will be a civic space where I feel people would meet and share and learn and listen.
It's more than a building, it's an institution.
More than anything, they are just massive pieces of public art. And I would hope that people would experience the power of creativity. And that's what's really important for us.
It'll be active and dynamic. Once it opens, the journey begins then.
A master plan on Saadiyat Island in Abu Dhabi is bringing together cultural attractions from all over the world.
It's an incredible story with museums, world-class institutions. They're bringing the best of art and culture.
But it's also a place for people to live. The 160,000 residents that are planned for the island will be able to immerse themselves in what the district has to offer.
It's a place where we continuously celebrate culture. It's a place where we make sure that culture is unified and is for all. And I think that's what's special about it.
Behind the vision is Al Dar Properties CEO, Talal Al-Diebi, whose company is leading the transformation of the island.
Aldar is a 20-year-old development real estate and investment company born out of Abu Dhabi, an incredible story, developing destinations that are real, that are at the human scale, that are integrated within the urban fabric of Abu Dhabi.
But developing the infrastructure for a district like this came with its own set of challenges.
Normally in a destination the size of the Saadiyat Cultural District, you have one key anchor. Both from a size and an architectural perspective, there's a number of anchors. They would typically overpower each other. So how could we design the master plan in a way that they all complement each other?
Al Dar had to orchestrate a careful balance between all the different elements in the district, retail, attractions and living spaces, to make sure they all worked in harmony. That integrated approach is what drew global names like the Mandarin Oriental to the district. Based in Hong Kong, Adelina Wong Etelson, the brand's global head of marketing, saw the potential on Saadiyat Island from the start.
Obviously, location is what matters in real estate. And I think when this was offered to Mandarin Oriental to have our first standalone residences in the Middle East, which means that there's no hotel with it, but just pure residences at this amazing location, we just couldn't give it up.
The luxury homes, ranging from 1 to 5 bedrooms, are currently under construction and will sit directly opposite the heart of the cultural district.
The architect has framed the two buildings, because the residences are actually two separate buildings, framing the Saadiyat National Museum. So it gives us beautiful views from almost every single apartment in the residences.
For a brand built on connection, collaboration was key.
It's a great marriage between Al Dar, who's the developer here, and Mandarin Oriental, with our alignment of really cultural significance and craftsmanship, and really, fostering local dialogue and connection with our residents and with the local people and the art and the culture in the area.
The whole district is a case study in glocalization, where international businesses adapt to local culture while maintaining a global reach.
Here in the United Arab Emirates, we live with over 200 nationalities. When we say we live with over 200 nationalities, these are our brothers and sisters. It's a place where we celebrate their identities, where we celebrate their backgrounds, their histories, their artistic movements.
And we see that with the people that have been buying properties and investing on Saadiyat so far. 87% of the buyers so far are non-Emirati, but more importantly with a lot of international buyers that are seeing the value of the Saadiyat Cultural District.
That kind of buyer is exactly who the Mandarin Oriental is built to serve.
Our type of residences and the lifestyle that we offer is very attractive to ultra-high net worth individuals or families because of the fact that we really offer a life of ease. In this particular location, we expect this will be both a mix of local as well as international global citizens.
Once complete, the new units on Saadiyat will join the Mandarin Oriental's growing portfolio of 43 hotels and 12 residences across 26 locations.
Branded residences is definitely on the rise, and we can see that from Mandarin Oriental ourselves, as we have 18 in the pipeline and aiming to go to 50 by 2033.
For both Al Dar and the Mandarin Oriental, the goal on Saadiyat has been the same: to create spaces where culture and everyday life sit side by side.
It's been a path of continuous learning. Designing each one of these, in fact, to some degree was easier than stitching all of this master plan together. That's something that we're very, very proud of. It's not just a tourism destination, but a place where people will live, visit, work, remember, and experience something that is truly incredible.
Le Cordon Bleu, the world's most iconic culinary school, is gathering the ingredients for something new. Chef Emile Minev has nearly 25 years of fine dining experience.
These are great.
He oversees the entire programme at the London branch of Le Cordon Bleu, where he's the culinary arts director. For the past 9 years, he's been making Michelin-starred chefs out of his students in London.
This is just a different herbs and edible flour.
Today, he's working on something a little different.
So the dish we're going to be making today is inspired by the opening of our school in Abu Dhabi.
Chef Emile has been tasked with helping to set up a new culinary school in the UAE.
I'll start with the spices. Smoked paprika. We're going to toast some of them just to extract the flavor. Okay, so that's ready.
As well as creating a new program, he'll also help to infuse Middle Eastern flavors into the menu.
For this dish, I choose a lamb, which is a lamb shoulder. Also, we're gonna have some sheep yogurts, smoked sheep yogurts. We're gonna cover with a thin layer of the spices, and we'll cook it for around 10 minutes in the oven. When it comes to cordon bleu, we are strongly based on the French foundation. However, this can be transferred anywhere around the world. It's techniques that can be applied to any other cuisine, including the Middle East.
The hope is that those techniques will be transferred here to the Abu Dhabi campus. It will be part of an ambitious project to bring new cultural experiences to Saadiyat Island.
So Saadiyat Cultural District consists of a family of different museums and cultural institutions.
Spread across 2.43 square kilometres, this district celebrates cultural achievements from all over the world.
And this is what makes this place special. It is a universal view on the power of art, the power of culture. And it's the entire sort of ecosystem. So it's not just sort of paintings and sculptures. It's performances, it's music, it's dance.
And food will be no exception, with plans to create a 2,000 square metre space to train students.
There will be a workshop kitchen, there will be demonstration kitchen, there will be beautiful signature Le Cordon Bleu cafe, which everything will be prepared on site by a professional Cordon Bleu master chef. There will be also a very unique event space. It will be a beautiful state-of-art facility with the most incredible kitchens you can possibly imagine.
The space will be part of a new community centred in the cultural district called Saadiyat Grove. It's been developed by local real estate company Aldar.
It's a development that's very close to my heart. It's a mixed-use scheme where people are going to truly live, work and play. We have residential developments. We brought together projects that overlook the museums. We got wellness projects that promote, longevity. In 2026, we'll open up our doors to the rest of the world, where, the Grove with its walkways and its seamless connections to all of the museums is going to be a part of that overall story within the Saadiyat Cultural District.
And so we put the lamp, whilst we're waiting for the lamp, we have this beautiful sheep yogurt.
Le Cordon Bleu is one of many partnerships Aldar has with high-end international brands.
Okay, perfect. And we're gonna smoke it with hay.
A lot of these brands are very rich in terms of their history, in terms of their story. They have evolved over time from what we know these brands or what we recognize them today and their products. And the concepts that they've been submitting to us so far have been truly exceptional.
This means that the stakes are high for Le Cordon Bleu's new school.
All right, that's great. Being surrounded by all these contemporary museums and places of arts, there is a pressure on us to be as innovative as we can be, to be as creative as we can be, but that's part of what we do.
The Institute has been cooking up innovative dishes and training students for over a century.
Often is in the season. I'm telling you things based on what we taste. Le Cordon Bleu started as a small cookery school in central Paris. Since then we have been evolved a lot to the extent that we are now in 20 countries and we have more than 35 schools. Close to 20,000 students graduate every year from more than 100 different nationalities.
Making Cordon Bleu central to the ethos of Saadiyat Cultural District.
All these assets are educational centers. They're institutions to educate the youth about the appreciation of culture, global culture, understanding somebody else's culture, somebody else's traditions, somebody else's heritages, for you to really understand yourself and understand your presence in the global world.
You okay? You good? Happy with the dish?
Chef Emile has trained in kitchens around the world, but it's here in the classroom with his students where his passion really comes to life.
You never stop learning. When it comes to techniques, when it comes to skills, we teach everyone. We have a saying in the Cordon Bleu, bring your passion, bring your desire, we will teach you the rest. There is no better satisfaction than seeing people progress. We have some of our students graduate and a few months later they get awarded a Michelin star. Now even those who don't get awarded a Michelin star, it's still quite incredible to see how they progress and where do they start, and we often look back and we're like, oh wow, 9 months ago this particular person didn't even know how to hold a knife. Now they produce a food that basically makes people happy. So it is the biggest satisfaction, and yeah, we all feel very proud of our students.
Students who'll one day be part of Abu Dhabi's burgeoning restaurant scene.
Abu Dhabi is one of the fastest growing in terms of restaurant. Only in Abu Dhabi itself there are close to 9,000 restaurants at the moment, and there are more than 200 luxury hotels around. When plating food, it's important to think about the positioning, think about the colors, think about different dimensions. So the future is there, and it is the right moment for Le Cordon Bleu to open the culinary institutes there. I think there's never been a better time. Presentation is great, you eat with your eyes, but flavors are more important.
As construction continues on Saadiyat Island, from world-renowned museums to luxury residences, the cultural district is becoming more than just a destination in Abu Dhabi. Once complete, it'll be a tapestry of interconnected experiences.
It's a story. It is truly a place where we can all come together and appreciate what human hands and human minds can create.